What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Forecast. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's content over on the channel, guys. How we doing today?
Doing great.
Doing pretty good. Crazy day so far, but pretty good.
Yeah, we were just talking. All of 4R is a little banged up right now. Keo's not going to be here today. Yeah, Jason's got his finger dislocated, you said, or sprained?
No, it's just a thumb sprain from volleyball blocking a ball.
Ooh,
yep.
Okay.
Not as bad as it seems.
Yeah. And then Keo's throwing up at the ER
He's
right
sick,
now.
man.
So
Yeah.
everyone pray for Keo, and then Jacob with his legs and everything, and me. Now I have a rib injury, so we're all banged up. But
Making it through.
Life's doing us in. We're losing.
Gotta keep going, man. Always.
Facts, bro. But today, speaking of injured, we're gonna be discussing a little bit kind of the recent events of the Astroworld Fest. Now, for those of you out there who don't know, Travis Scott decided to throw a little, what do you call it, festival, right?
Yeah,
Festival?
music
Yeah.
festival.
Yeah, and I think it
Or
was
like, I guess it was a concert, wasn't it? Like, because it was just him, right?
no, he had Drake there. I know Drake was there.
Oh,
Yeah,
Drake.
I heard people saying it was kind of more like a festival because there was multiple artists, but
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
it's a concert festival outdoor, outdoor, banger,
Stupid.
like rager. Yeah.
But
Fake
yeah,
news telling me it's a concert.
nah, bro. But yeah, Travis Scott. He was gonna put that. I think it was the first one that they've done. Maybe I'm wrong, but it's in Houston, and yeah, some terrible things took place that night. Does anyone here know, like, in specific what happened? Like, anyone wants to share? Because
I just heard that people actually died, which is
yeah,
insane to me. And I don't know whether because a lot of people I'm seeing a lot of people posting that, not just the people that went to the concert, but the people that didn't go to the concert, talking about how other concerts aren't like this, and there's more people at those concerts, and nothing like this happens. Like, I'm sure some people pass out, but not people don't die, because when you pass out, you're not dead. Your heart is still beating. So for you to die at a concert after you pass out, you have to be getting trampled on for a long time for people not to notice.
Yeah.
So to me, I feel like the reason that all this kind of happened is because there was more ignorant people there than there were people who actually cared.
Yeah.
So this is one thing that I realized as soon as people said that other concerts, I think it was I watched an Aiden Ross video where he was talking about how a DMX concert had 100,000 people at it probably. It was, you couldn't even see past all the people in the crowd. And yeah, sure, people pass out, or people are too messed up off of whatever their drug of choices, and they have to go somewhere, right? It happens at bars. So but there was no deaths at a DMX concert with 100,000 people, and you're telling me at one of these concerts with 50,000 to 60,000 people, right? Because people broke in too, which is another part.
There's tons of videos of that.
I just feel like the ratio was off from people who actually cared about everyone else that was there, as opposed to the people who were ignorant and just wanted to be there for I want to be here because I want to see Travis Scott and I want to put this on my story and I want to be this is how long have you heard me saying Spotify? We have Spotify. That's always been me. I'd rather not go to stuff like this, not just because of stuff like this. This is the extreme level of I never even knew this would ever be a thing, right? And it's just not worth it. Especially when you know that it's going to be violent. People Cardi, Playboy Cardi concerts too. They're going to just be so rowdy that if it's not for you, it's not for you, and you should not go. So people are really gonna take it into perspective and be I don't know if that's for me anymore. So it sucks that it happened, but I think it's gonna be a big eye opener for a lot of people.
Yeah, Jason, no, you're exactly right. When you go to these music festivals, I've been to a couple, mainly just Lala and Summer Smash one year. People are literally only there for their experience with the artist. So they'll do whatever they can to have the best night of their life. So they don't even care about the people around you. There's It happens all the time. People get trampled all the time at festivals. Usually, there's at least like 3 people who are like, "Oh, move, move, move! They're on the floor.
Yeah.
Get them up, get them up, get them up!" And they're safe after that. But like, if you run into like a concert where there's a whole bunch of people trying to make it to the front, and like that's just like, it depends on their audience, like Jason was talking about. Like some genres, like rap especially, is a big victim of this, or not victim, but like causer of this.
Yeah.
Because like I've been to Lil Yachty, I've been to Machine Gun Kelly, Travis Scott, and all of those, it's just literally everyone who's like pushing forward, and the people in the front are trying to get out. So it's literally a wave of people just back and forth and back and forth, and everyone's just getting crushed and pushed to the ground because there's still people being idiots and moshing when there's no space to mosh. They just want to push. It's just no regard for anyone else's health and safety. Like when I went to in 2017, like that was like the scariest year. Like Ray Shremmerd, I remember that they were like, it was the last show, and they were the last like headlines of the day. So everyone was there, and they put them at like the smallest venue with trees in the way. So there was people in the back who were complaining and freaking out because they couldn't see what was going on because of the trees. So they were like running forward, like they're like, why are you going back? Just keep going, just keep. Like there were so many people doing that. Literally like a third of the people were pushing that direction. A third were like being suffocated in the front, trying to get out and pushing in that direction. And I was stuck in the middle with like my ex-girlfriend and her friend, and we were just holding on for dear life. The concert hadn't even started. This was literally for 30 minutes before the concert had started. It was just this craziness. It was so bad that like all of the medical tents were just full. There was no room for anyone, and everyone was like forced to like, they had to just go. I looked it up earlier, and I think like 230 people were hospitalized that year.
Oh wow! But no deaths
No
though
deaths,
there.
right?
No deaths,
That's
just
the craziest
hospitalization.
thing.
So like that to me seems like that's just like that's the brink of like it can go bad.
Oh yeah,
It can get bad, right? And it did at that instance, right? So I'm sure that was headline too on news saying like this was, you know, out of hand, and like they didn't have enough staff. But like, how are you supposed to have, you know what I mean? Like people are saying this like in this instance for the Astroworld one, it was understaffed. It's like, okay, sure, but to be fully staffed, I don't know what like the stat is on like how many security or medical people you need per people in attendance, but I'm sure it's a lot.
Yeah.
But who, you know what I mean? What kind of like management company is going to want to go through having to pay all of those people? That's what I feel like a lot of this has to do with too, is that the greed is kind of like starting to get to the point where it's like, you know, it's the same reason with the ratio of people who are like more selfish, right, and more self-centered. It's the same reason that like there's not as many people working for the concert too, and like making sure that people are safe because they're more worried about, oh well, this split is going here and this split is going there. Where it's like, well, if you had a successful concert, then like it wouldn't be headlined like this.
Yeah.
How many people are not going to go to festivals or concerts now just because of this? So many people. So many people are going to be like, I'm done. I'm never going to anything like this ever again. So
yeah, dude, I heard, speaking of the staff, I heard specifically they were like, not only were they understaffed, I don't know if this is true, but like they didn't even have like the proper equipment or something.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hearing.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right? So like
there was I did hear that.
Needed to be like revived or like, you know, shocked or whatever that is. They didn't even have
defibrillator.
The AED, they had one AED, the lady said. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
only
insane. For 50,000
What do you mean one? You'd almost why would you have one if you're gonna have none? That's almost like, oh, so they were unprepared. But like one, like oh, only one person's gonna like ever need. Dude, that's outrageous, bro. I don't even know.
How do you try to plan a festival and like you're just constantly like, do we need people to like protect the place and make sure it's secure? We'll have like a couple of those guys.
Yeah, right.
How many
That's
people
what
do
it
we
is.
need in case someone's in like a dire emergency and about to die? We'll get like a 2, maybe one of them. Like we don't need too many doctors, right?
Dude, imagine.
They were just probably like being completely negligent and just didn't. They thought they could make more money rather than having safety protocols.
Dude,
you know?
Imagine the like the sheer like, dude, oh my god, like think about it. Imagine like the terror that these people were
Yeah,
like
man.
feeling. Like, bro, I've been to one festival, Summer Smash, and like I just remember kind of like Jacob was saying, like I remember being in there and people like, bro, I swear there's some bad people out there, right? Not everyone's great. I swear some people just go to this to get their anger out because they just
Mm.
push you just because they want to push you. I swear. Like that's how it feels. Like all of a sudden you're just like, and I've only been to one, so I'm kind of like a rookie to it. But like, there were times where like you can't even really go and like you can't breathe. Like you can't really breathe that well. So you're kind of like trying to get
Yeah.
air, and it's like, man, I didn't like I don't like that feeling, but
No.
that's why I probably stick to more like concerts and stuff, like where you can sit. But like,
Yeah.
I don't know, like
Yeah, it's just disregard for other people. That's what it really is. What you're talking about. Like, you say that
Yeah.
anger is they might be angry too, but like they just are there for themselves. And like, hey, like it makes sense. You buy a ticket for yourself and you're going to this concert, but like
it's
I
just common
where's the
courtesy.
morals? Yeah, where's the
Yeah.
morals, man? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And
don't
like
just
if
leave
you
them at the
see
door,
someone,
right?
if you see someone on the ground, right,
Yeah,
help them up, like
right.
right. You
Make
think-
some space. Yeah, you
Yeah.
clear the
Oh,
area
yeah.
a little bit. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. No, when at that same concert, he got knocked down, or my ex, sorry, my ex got knocked down, and there was nothing we could do because everyone was just pushing, and then finally, like some dude who was like this massive dude, he saw and he was like, move aside, like just
Yeah.
literally clearing, like that. It's people like that make
Yeah.
sure more people don't die at
Right,
festivals,
though.
and we need more of that, honestly. Like instead of people being so focused on one, like what they're there for, like just be mindful of like your surroundings and
Yeah.
who's in trouble around you, and if you can help, you know.
Yeah, 100%, dude.
And-
Just be like, like you would think that's normal, but I mean, I guess it's starting to the gap is starting to get further and further. But like at the same time, it's like we have to like we gotta stick together. Like
Yeah.
shit, like that's scary stuff.
Yeah.
Like if that was you, like what if that was you, right? That's what you should always think about, right? So
Yeah.
like all those people around and like stomping on people, like what if that was you on the ground? Like
That's
people would be
the
like,
weird
"Oh,
thing.
that wouldn't be me." Like, okay, but what if it was? Like, what would you do? And some
Exactly.
people, I guess, wouldn't do anything. So,
And I was thinking like, think about it this way too. Like, this is kind of deep and like probably sad. It's sad to think about. The whole thing's sad, but like, think about like the parents of the people who died. Like, I mean, one minute they're going to a concert and then they never come back. Like, who would have thought that, right? And it's not at the mercy of like we've seen concerts get shot up and like we've seen them get bombed and like, but this is just sheer like not like
Chaos, yeah.
like it wasn't even any of that. It was just he went to a concert and died like from people not being able to help, and it's crazy. Like I heard another rumor that they were trying to find this guy who was selling laced drugs at the thing, and that's I've been hearing about that on Twitter, and like I don't know how true that is, but if someone's selling laced drugs too, I mean that could maybe contribute, but
no, for
pretty
sure,
terrible.
that help. That definitely would help, right? Like, or not help, but
Yeah.
like
It would cause
sting
it,
with
right?
right? So
Yeah.
that's a huge thing too. I've been seeing like a bunch of it's called fentanyl,
Yeah,
like, and there's a lot of that getting into the U.S., which is
it's like
not
a killer,
good.
right? It kills you with like
Yes.
that.
Yes, it's I forget how many. I think it's like 50 times stronger than I forget what. Oh, like it's 50 times stronger than like heroin.
Yeah,
So like you have to they like try to dilute it, but sometimes when you don't dilute it enough, even if it's 2 times stronger than heroin and you put it in like cocaine, it's gonna kill you.
yeah.
If you mess up
Literally,
the
I've heard that.
it's messed up, dude. So like and that I've heard that story like of them like selling stuff. I'm sure that's always been the case, and it's
Yeah.
probably only getting worse as the years go on because people like it's more like what do you call it? Like
Accessible, like it's
Exactly.
easier to get.
For sure, for people to just be able to sell it, right?
Mhm.
But then also I heard something about the injection, like people injecting people. Did you hear that, Brett
Oh,
or
man.
Jacob?
At the
What?
concert?
Like,
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
way. No, I didn't.
Just
hear
People
going
like-
around and
okay.
pricking people with needles.
Yeah. So I've heard this in the past though, like I think in the last month or two, a lot of like women have been tweeting on Twitter about well where else would you tweet? But so on Twitter they're talking about how like at bars or just venues that there's dudes going around and like jabbing people, and like that's their way of drugging them instead of like doing it with the drinks now. So like that shit's it's kind of scary, and like I'm not all with like the only women thing, because I'm sure that like there's women out there doing it to anyone too, right?
Yeah.
So like it's just something that's it's gonna be, you know what I mean? That's gonna be the new
Scary.
thing.
Yeah,
Gonna be the new
be
thing,
safe out there.
dude.
Dude, I
Big crowds,
remember.
not good.
Go ahead. Yeah.
That's it. Just
No,
big
yeah.
crowds, like stuff like that is just so like it sounds messed up, but it's too easy for people who have something like that. Like just imagine being like you're body to body with people, and you just have this thing in your pocket. You pull it out, boom, boom, boom. Like you're just right there. That shit's dangerous,
Yeah.
man. Like it's not good.
Dude,
It's not
speaking
good.
of that, a while back, years and years ago, there was like this person. Dude, this just proves how like messed up people are. Like, yeah, we like to find the good in people, but like some people just aren't very good. But like, dude, people used to take kind of like what you're saying with needles, and you know what, like the gas station, like the pump, when you would take it out to fill it in your car, they would put like needles in it, so like out of your sight, but when you would go grab like the gas thing, it would just inject you with like, and you'd get screwed, and
Damn.
like deadly chemicals, and people were just doing, like, who does that, right? Like, you don't even like,
Yeah.
let's just put a needle on the gas thing so someone can die. Like, bro,
Right.
it's just like, that's crazy, bro. Like,
Yeah, who just literally goes one day and it's like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go kill some people at the
Messed up
gas
people,
station.
man. Messed up
Yeah.
people, dude.
it's crazy.
I can't believe I honestly can't believe they exist. It's just messed up that anyone would
It's
be
only
able to
getting
do
worse
that.
too.
Yeah,
Like think about like old stories of like people who would plot out stuff and like do whatever. Those are just a blueprint to people nowadays that have even more messed up thoughts that can just like do kind of whatever. Like there's so many more like it's the accessibility of like just being able to just kind of like do whatever you want. Like is are we living in too much of a free world that like it's literally turned into a video game? Like that's how I see the world basically, is like people literally just like they choose their own character and they decide to, you know, that's kind of how the world really is if you think about it, but like there has to be some like, you know, some lines. There's no lines for some of these people, and that's where it just gets, you know, they make their own lines. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No morals at all.
And
Right.
like you said, I think what's playing a big role in it, not to like influence anyone, or like, let's say we're looking at the mind of someone who thinks that way. Oh, I'm gonna do terrible things. I think now with technology and everything getting more and more advanced, it's easier to do messed up shit, because
Right.
I mean, think of it, bro. Like, you post a story and you're at like a restaurant, bro. Some freak can just, oh, that's where she's at. I'll wait for her, or like him or her. You know what I
Stalking.
mean? Like, it's just
Yeah.
Tinder, like stuff like that. Like, yeah, people do Tinder, but like, when you really think about it, that's pretty whack. Like, like when you really think about it, like, you have no idea who the hell you're gonna see. But
Right.
there's just so many things now where it's like, it's so accessible to just like, if you really wanted to, bro, you could go on those websites, pay a fee, and you could see like where a person lives. Like, it's there, bro. Everything's
Right.
out there. That's why I think it's just getting easier and easier and easier, bro. Like, everything's
That's why I
out
was,
there.
dude. That's why I was what I was trying to get across earlier is that like the gap is getting wider of like what kind of people we can choose to be, but we're also so close. To, like it doesn't matter where we live, we all are connected just
Yeah.
because of the internet, and
Yeah.
that's what makes it kind of dangerous. But I have hope though that like majority of people will figure it out, just because like just think about like I'm just thinking about that concert, the DMX concert with 100,000 people. It had to have been
So many.
and there's nothing like no one's just, you know, I'm sure there's bad people there, but nothing bad happened to this extent of what we're talking about, and like it was multiplied, you know, like there no deaths out of 100,000 people, and then this
Yeah.
50,000, 60,000, 8 deaths. Like that's one in 10,000 chance basically that you could have been one of the people there that died.
And think about it. Think about
It's
it.
messed up.
It's one thing. Like,
Yeah.
people have died at concerts before, right? Like, it's one thing if one person dies. Like, oh my god,
Right.
that's terrible. 8 people? bro? Like how?
And they don't even know yet, because this was like there's still people calling in and saying they don't know where their kids are still. They still don't know yet. So it's a messed up situation. I didn't really look into it. I saw a little bit about it online, and then I knew that we were going to be talking about it today, and I started doing a little bit of research, not just watching the news, but watching what other people actually had to say that were there, and like, just because the news is like, they're going to probably just like not exaggerate it, but they might not even actually know exactly how people felt. And this is all about a feeling, and like, if people felt uncomfortable there, then that's bad. And like, I'm sure that people go to Lala and they're uncomfortable, but here's another thing I want to bring up too, is that I remember looking at videos of like Lala in Chicago and seeing like, okay, yeah, the front's really packed, and like, cuz there's people that really want to move up to the front, right? But then as you go further back, the spacing gets more and more. And like, I don't know if this is actually true, but that's just what I saw off the picture, so you guys will have to like let me know about that. But like, once you get to the back, like the back few rows, people are just kind of like chilling, and like you have arms length apart, and you're like just taking it in, right? And you can still hear perfectly, because those speakers are insane, right? So you don't have to be right. If you're right there, you're probably gonna go home and you're gonna be like, wow, that was stupid. My ears are like ringing, you know? So like, I don't even want to, like, I'm just thinking about homecoming and like prom, like that that's uncomfortable sometimes, you know, like in the middle. But like, I cannot even imagine if that's my peak for something like that like, you're just literally, you're getting compressed into like other people.
Yeah.
And people were,
who you
the
don't
way
know.
people describe
you
it,
don't even
right,
know them,
exactly.
too.
And you're like, how are you not? People who are like freaking out are gonna pass out, and like, that's just how it is. So, dude, like, someone described it by being like, we were drowning in other people. That's literally all it was. Just drowning in each other. Like, they were like, we were just water, just together.
Yeah,
like,
no,
I can't.
It's like waves clashing.
Yeah, because like, when it moves, you're just gonna be like, you know, I can't even imagine.
You literally can't stay still, because like, if you stay still, you'll fall. You'll be pushed over. Like, your legs will be swept right underneath you.
Yeah, you can't.
You have to
just
be
move
moving
with everybody.
or else you're gonna be trampled. That's just how it works. It's
so
scary. Literally, like, I remember thinking at one point, just like, I might die, even though I knew I would.
Yeah,
I can only imagine what all these people were saying. Like, all these people must have just been like, am I actually just gonna die at a Travis Scott concert? Is this literally going to be the end of me? Like, that's just a scary feeling, and honestly, I feel like gives you a lot of perspective on life. Like, what am I doing at a Travis Scott concert about to die? And I could go and do something else.
You could listen to him at home on your headphones, or
and
like
they
in
were
your car.
streaming it.
Dude, they
were streaming the event.
It's hard, man. It's so like, it's some people just, and what's even more scary to me is that, yes, smart people and very like, you know, in tune people that are not very selfish like you guys are talking about this. There's people, what's even more sad is there's people who are there that didn't even know or care. And that's why this happened, in my opinion, is that there was more people there that didn't care about everyone else around them than there was people there that actually did care. And that's why it happened. That's it. Like, people weren't there to go be like, let's share this experience together. We all love Travis Scott. Let's go. Like, this is dope. They were all like, yeah, I love Travis Scott. I'm here because I like Travis Scott, not because all these other people are coming here to watch him too. And like, oh, maybe I can like connect with the people that are next to me. Like, no, is there conversations being had at these at these concerts? Probably not, right? Like, with strangers, maybe some,
just
but
small combos, probably.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you like a story. Like, for me, that it was kind of the best of both. It's a weird story, and of course it's at a Juice World thing with Summer Smash. Was like, I was with our friends, like shout out to Marcelina and Grace. I think I was with them too, and like, Juice WRLD's about to start, right? Obviously, he's the last thing of, I think, of the whole Summer Smash, and I was obviously a huge fan, so I'm super pumped. But dude, when it started, like Jacob with Ray Shremmer, before it even started, bro, for like 30 minutes, bro, I was just like just getting dude, and I lost them. So keep that in mind. There's no service at any of these places because it's all like, and so I lost them, and I just remember here's the good part of the story was that the result of all the pushing, I got pushed up pretty damn close, so I was pretty close, and like you asked with the strangers, I was just next to like some pretty dope strangers, and I had like a conversation with them, and then like ended up losing them, and then I guess more of the story was the coolest part was just kind of like when it all died down and Juice was performing and I was there. It was like since I was alone, like with no friends or anyone, it just felt like it was me and him, and I thought that was pretty cool. But like, you know, at the end of the day, like, dude, I think I like went home that night and blew my nose and it was like mud in my nose. Like it was like, dude, those places are disgusting. Like seriously, like, but yeah, that's my little story about Juice and that
is cool,
but, like,
though.
dude, pushing and like I didn't like it. I remember getting mad. It's like I'm not even gonna cap here, but like when someone's pushing me, I was like, well, what the hell? I'm gonna push back, you know?
Yeah.
But like this shows you just like don't do
Right.
that, you know?
Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. And that's what everyone else is doing too. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, pushing's not a good idea.
Yeah, because that's the people. That's what I feel like is just. I don't know what the time frame is interesting to me too, because like you guys are saying, that like the incident happened too. Like it was already bad at the Astroworld thing when before he even got on stage, right? So like
Yeah.
I wonder if that has something to do with it, and also the fact that the people that broke in, if they were the last people to get in right before Travis got on the stage, then those are the people pushing
To get to the front, blend in.
Right. So like, it's just like, did you see the video of them going over like the barricade?
Yeah,
too?
dude.
I'm sure that's like the biggest video.
Yeah.
It's like the people breaking in went over like they like to get in they broke over like the fence and it was like
Barricades,
pretty
yeah.
high, but like there was people already just like running over each other in that. And one of the things that I noticed was a lot of people dropped stuff when they were getting over the fence because they like tripped or whatever.
Yeah.
So they were going back to like pick up their phones and stuff. But also, a lot of those people were really messed up because you could tell as soon as they got up, they would be like,
Oh yeah, that's another thing.
they were like, where am I? So like that has a lot to do with it. That a lot of people are there to just get messed up and like go for themselves, and it's sad that that's kind of. I mean, hey, we have had many conversations about this, about just party culture in general, and how
Yeah.
like it could be better, and like we could be more connected through it, as opposed to just going out and doing your thing to try to like, you know, like relieve some stress or tension. Like this causes more stress by doing this. If anything, it's just delaying the inevitable. And I think a lot of people might notice that, but they don't take action on like trying to like be focused on like what it has to do with is everything outside of going to the concerts and going to get messed up or whatever it may be. It has to do with like what you have for yourself. Like you have your family, you have your friends, like you have more than just like going out to like, you know, parties and stuff. That's what I
There's
think.
more to life than all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
sure.
And like some people I feel like don't like going to concerts and festivals, and that's okay. Like I remember I used to be one of those kids that said like I would rather not go to stuff like that. And people
Yeah.
were like, Why? It's like cuz I don't want to. I didn't even know the
You don't
reason
have to
really
have a
why.
reason. You don't.
Right.
That's what I was gonna
Right.
say.
Yeah.
You don't have
it's
to
not
have
your
a
cup of
reason.
tea.
It's just not
Right.
something you mess with, and not something that you enjoy. So
For sure.
if you don't, I always say to people, if you don't enjoy it, why are you even doing it then? Don't do it then.
Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah, people that would come back and be like, I didn't like it, but it was cool though. It's like, why was it cool then?
Yeah.
Because people knew that you went there.
Yeah.
Like
No,
there's just so many things, man.
You're right. Everyone complains about the festival and being just like worn out and like how this sucked and this sucked and the shows were good. I really liked this one, but I was like really thirsty and I couldn't get any water and I felt like I was dying. Yeah, that doesn't sound like a
Sneezing
fun
up
time.
mud.
You're right.
Oh, man. Like Spotify is $10 a month, bro. I'm telling you.
Bro,
right
think
now.
about it though. Like, what?
Way
Like,
cheaper.
someone should do this. Like, someone should make like a, I don't know, promotional company who like throws shows, kind of like Lyric Lemonade or whatever, and at their shows they should just collect everyone's phones. No cap. Because then like
That's interesting, actually.
you're
That's
there
interesting.
for the experience. You're not
Yeah.
there to show off.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea. I know Joe
I
Rogan did
kind of like
that.
that. I kind of like that, Logie. Because, like, okay, if you announced that before it happened, you would only get a certain kind of person that would go to that. That's what I think.
Exactly.
So like if you like obviously if
because
you
they
just
want to go for
did
them. The
right,
experience.
right. Like people that were like, "Oh, I can't have my phone and like record. I'm not
Yeah.
going." Okay, then don't go because
Yeah.
other people will go. So
Yeah.
Exactly. Not a
it's
bad
actually
idea.
not a bad idea, Brett. That's not. But like if you didn't advertise it and then you just took people's phones, they'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck." But
Yeah.
that's just funny though. That's a
Yeah,
great idea.
facts.
I like that because I would go to that concert low key.
Yeah,
Because
dude.
I would know the people. I would like feel more connected with the people that were going to that too, right?
Yeah.
Because it's just another variable.
Because like they
Hey,
want. Go ahead, Jacob.
you're going to a concert to like experience it with people, not experience it with your phone. If you want to experience it with your phone, do what Jason says. Get
Yeah, get
Spotify.
Spotify.
Literally, like
Exactly. You already got it.
literally record yourself listening to it if you really
Yeah.
want to.
And all the
make it
concerts,
last.
all the concerts are posted to YouTube, like for real, because
Right,
people will record
right.
the whole thing. But like,
Right.
bro, like here's my stance on it. If I go to a concert, which I'm going to Leroy in February, so like,
Okay.
you know, I'm finna post like 1 or 2
That's
videos, right? But then I'm gonna put that away and enjoy it, right? I'm not gonna like, you know, because
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Because
When
you want
people
it,
do-
you want it for your like.
It's more
I'm not
for
saying like
memory.
it's a
Look
bad.
back on.
Right. Right. It's a memory.
Yeah.
Like there's a reason Snapchat memories are called memories. Like
Yeah.
you can go back and look at it. Doesn't mean you like you can story it. Go ahead and story it. Like I'm not
Yeah.
gonna get. I would never get mad at it. Like people
Yeah.
were going there for a good time. That's fine. Just like how people post the sunset. People get mad at people when they post the sunset. It's like, bro, what do you mean? Like they're taking in the sunset. Like if anything, that's like
I don't
as,
care when people do that.
that's as
yeah.
human as you could be by being like, wow, this looks great, and I'm gonna
It's
take a picture of
beautiful.
it.
At least
and
they're
I'm gonna post
outside,
it.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
That's so true though. But
Yeah.
like, yeah, no, like my view on it is just like, you know, take a few pictures and videos, like, and then put it away, like enjoy
Yeah.
it, right? Don't
Right.
be filming the whole ass thing,
Yeah.
and experience it through your phone because you could just
Yeah,
buy
you could do that
Spotify.
anyway. Right.
But
Yeah.
yeah, let's segue into like, the cue of the day was supposed to be Jason. Did you have one for us today?
Yeah, I had one kind of similar to kind of what we're talking about,
Bet.
and it's interesting that we were getting on closer to this topic, but like, what do you like, guys? I know they're two totally different things, but what do you guys prefer? Like a house party that's more like chill and laid back, or something like this where it's like, you're going there. I'm not saying it's like,
Yeah.
like that's
Travis Scott's at
crazy.
the house party.
right. Like like a
Packing in.
like a good festival or a house party that's like chill with your friends.
Yeah.
Or like would you rather go to the festival with all your friends if that's possible too? Like, and why?
Well, I feel like house parties are just honestly the move, just because it's like it's more personable. You get to like actually have conversations with people. It's not like crazy and overwhelming where there's just so many people you don't know what's going on, or you don't know if there's gonna be like someone running through a door or a hole in the wall, or you never know. Like it could be bad, but
Jumping off balconies, eh?
yeah, no.
I mean, I'm not saying it can't be like that. Like that's kind of cool too, but just be careful, I guess.
Yeah.
That was
crazy
legendary.
those crazy things, they make it fun, the party fun, and those are like the memorable stuff.
Yeah.
And I feel like the memorable stuff is like what's good about parties, but like when it comes to like just actually wanting to do something, I'd rather just chill with some people that I know I'm close with, I can just have some good conversations with and have a fun time, instead of just going and having like a one line conversation with everyone and then never seeing them again. It's like, well, just wasted all my energy on some dude who likes the same concert I went to. It's like, what?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, definitely house party.
That's
But-
nice.
Yeah, for me, man. See, for me, man, I love, like Jacob said, the house party, but I'm gonna say like a mixture of both. But like, when I say mixture of both, I mean like house party or like going out, I guess you could say. So like going out to like a like a bar or something like that. I prefer, like, this is my favorite thing, even despite house parties, is more of just like cracking open a beer and just chilling with like 4 or 5 people and just talking and having music in the background. That's kind of like that's what I like to do, because I just like having deep conversation. That's like my favorite thing. And house parties are great. Like, dude, when I like, cause the college I went to didn't have any house parties really. I mean, apartments, but like high school house parties, bro. Like, man, those were some of the best times of my life, I'd say. Like, so fun. Everyone knows each other. Yeah, there's some people who you like, you know what I mean. But like,
Drama.
yeah,
Some drama
but
for
like,
sure.
if I'm gonna pick that or going to like a concert, because you're saying like something bigger, right? Like something.
Yeah, like an outdoor festival or like
Yeah.
even a venue where it's like, yeah, you're going there and it's loud. It's like
Yeah.
it's gonna be, you're going there for that like live music,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would pick. I would, like I said, I like a mixture of both, but I would say a ratio here. For every 5 house parties, I'll go to one of those.
Okay. Okay.
No,
Big
but
spender out here.
but like I like
The
the house
ratio.
parties. Yeah. Overall
No, I
house
get you.
parties my vibe. How about you, Jay?
Dude, I mean, I feel like I can't really speak on the festivals or large stuff because I haven't really been. But like I don't know, like ever since honestly what helped it was experiencing like my brother's like house and like how they had house parties. And when I saw like how they did it when we were like in high school and they were in college, I saw it and I was like, wow, this kind of like what you're saying, Brett. It's like a mixture between the two. It's
Yeah.
like it's almost like music's loud. Like
Yeah.
my ears are ringing after this, and like it was still like I could have a conversation with my brother and like talk to him if I wanted to.
Hmm.
But at the same time, later in the night, it started to get to the point where it was like, all right, we're kind of packed in here. So, like it can get to that point
Yeah.
where it's like it can be a mixture of both. And that's kind of where I'm at with it too, is like what if
Mixture.
you could make the house party the festival? And then it's like earlier in the house party festival, you can like hang out and do like that low key
Yeah,
like, all
and
right,
after
well,
too.
people are coming, you can talk about it, right? And then yeah, like there's a peak moment and then there's a curve down where it's like, all right, people
Yeah.
are starting to leave now and like
Calm down a bit.
right.
Dude,
And
I
it has
feel
to do
like
with the music goes with that, right? And that's what we tried to do in high school.
that's
That
what
really
I'm
was.
saying. I feel like
It was.
with Kyle's especially, like
Oh
usually
my
like
God, that's
the
what it was.
usually us
What it
boys,
was.
like the FSO guys, would go early, and like we would kind of just talk, and then we would be like talking about what was gonna occur, and then
Yeah.
boom, everyone starts flooding in, and we're like, hey,
Right.
this is lit ass night, and then bed, and then the next Monday, everyone's talking about it. Dude, high school
Yeah,
was
and
the
talking
best.
about when's the next one, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Dude, those tailgates, like the pregame,
Yeah. Yeah.
before the football games, those were so
Yeah.
fun.
And like who's this like yeah, those were like at that time those were the peak moments that we had, but those don't end now. Like they just get better over time because
Yeah.
they might be more far in between, but like that's the whole point is it should make it more fun if like people like I know sometimes some drama can get into it just because we might not know each other as well as we did before, but we really did used to know each other pretty well. Like we're still getting back together and we should try to make it a
Yeah.
good time, and like that's what I'm looking forward to, seeing you guys again in person so we can
Yeah,
like
bro.
have some good times again.
Yeah.
For
Oh
sure.
yeah, dude. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Have some nice house festivals,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm talking about. Hey, no invite. It's just we know who's going. We
Yeah.
know who's going.
Literally.
Yeah, you already know.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
Get you guys out here, low
dude,
key.
I know.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I know. That's a fact.
Christmas break, summer, whenever.
Dude,
That's
I
a
feel like
fact.
Christmas break would be perfect.
Christmas
honestly.
break.
Uh,
Would be a vibe. Would be a vibe.
I will hit up
Wow.
everybody who's coming back in town, and we can
Yeah,
get
no,
it sorted.
we'll do a house festival with no phones allowed. Just kidding.
No phones allowed.
Turn them in at the door.
I'm just
Turn
kidding.
them in at
but
the door.
I doubt
No, I
anyone
love
would
it.
agree to that except for us three. Like, honestly.
100%.
Keo would be down.
Yeah, you
Oh,
wouldn't
yeah,
care.
good.
You wouldn't care.
All right, but we've been going for like 40 minutes. So anything else?
That's great. I think that was a good talk. I mean,
Mhm.
sorry for just vouching out for anybody who is connected to anybody who went
Yeah.
through something at the festival. Like
Yeah.
we just send our condolences your way. I'm very sorry that had to happen, but I hope you guys can still enjoy music from
Mhm.
wherever you tend to listen to it from. So
Yeah, life's
Yeah.
a lesson, and that was just another lesson to appreciate life and just remember when you leave your house, it's a blessing to come back home safe. So
100%.
And
Yeah, to
remember,
wake up
look
in the
out.
morning.
Yeah, just remember to look out for each other too. Like make sure that this doesn't happen again. Everyone, we don't want any more families to have to
Yeah.
have missing family members. It's better if we just look out for each other in the first place. So
Yeah, it's up to us, man.
up to us.
All facts, no printer. Trying to lighten the vibe a little.
Oh man.
Oh man, but yeah, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Definitely a more serious episode, but you got to talk about the serious things in life. Sometimes, you know, life isn't all sugar plums and cherry blossoms. But yeah, we hope you enjoyed. Make sure you drop a like, sub with the noties on. We've been pumping out content, having a good time, growing that Instagram, growing the YouTube. It's been fun. Stay tuned. We just recruited a new member. Gonna be hearing from him soon. Shout out to
We got to get him on. We got to get him on.
Get him on the pod
for sure.
We could do like an interview. That'd be lit. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out our stuff, and we'll see you next time over on the forecast. Peace out, bud.